So we begin in episode 8, where we would basically see Nemesis Prime trying to kill Agent Follower like he did in the original timeline. And that pretty much goes the same with the Autobots coming in. RC was to be run over by Nemesis Prime. And yeah, that pretty much just goes the same. And we obviously cut to the Autobots basically just focusing on RC and all that, and her waking up and Optimus coming back. But you see, Optimus went on a mission with two other Autobots, which were him, Ironite, and Sideswipe. And they would arrive back to base, telling the others they found an energy on mine. But of course, the other Autobots would take out their guns because they actually, why do they do that? That's a good question. But you know what? Let me not ask. That's basically what they do. And the other Autobots are like, "Hey, what's going on here?" And I says, Sepsup's like, guys, are you all okay? Because why the hell are you pointing your guns at our leader?" Optimus asks if something happened. Did something happen or something? And then Agent Philo comes in and is like, "Nah, it's not him. His color scheme was a bit different. Sorry about that, Prime, but your Autobots were a bit worried about you." Hearing this, Optimus is like, "What? What happened?" And everyone explains. And then Cybertop is like, "You know what? I don't know how all of you believe that was him because he was with us the whole time. Like you're acting like you knock us out or something. And I'm pretty sure if you did, we would have filmed all of you if you knocked us out." Hearing this, the other Autobots realize that this is not that wasn't their Optimus. And Optimus is like, "Someone looks like me. Agent Follower, describe the vehicle that looked like mine." And Agent Follower does, but also says something interesting that the color scheme was a bit more dark, you could say. And hearing this, Optimus is wondering what's going on. And the Autobots are just confused until Ratchet says something interesting. "Wait, you said something looked like Optimus, right? Hmm. How can that be? I wonder." Well, everyone just wondering what's going on. But of course, Nemesis Prime still attacks that military base, and all the Autobots go besides Ratchet. And they would see Nemesis Prime before like he leaves. They see his robot form, and Optimus looks at it like, "Oh my gosh, that's exactly like me." Huh. Yeah, everyone just shocked until obviously the military starts attacking them because some high rank guy said to attack all Cybertronians or something, and the Autobots go back. And the Autobots do discuss about it, but then Ratchet says something interesting. But there's no Cybertronian who looks like him, and besides, Makeshift is dead. And hearing this makes all the Autobots wonder what's exactly going on. But then, yeah, basically put what? Oh no, cliffjumper's like, wait. Makeshift is dead, right? And everyone is like, yeah. But then cliffjumper says, but is Meg dead? Hearing this, everyone's like, no. And then basically a light bulb hits everyone besides Sunstreaker and Sideswipe, who don't really know nothing about Meg. And then just like, oh, but how are they able to basically allow the thing to transform? And then Cliffjumper looks straight at Jazz and says, you killed Starscream, you idiot." "Oh, scrap. Oh, now that's disgusting. Are you telling me they took out his cog? Oh, that's disgusting." Bumblebee in his bleeping voice. So they basically ripped someone's organ out. Basically, the guy was dead, so he was basically a corpse. So they just ripped his organ out, since that's technically what cogs are to. Oh, that's disgusting. Oof. Because that's technically what it is. Technically, T cogs are basically organs for Cybertronians. So Mech is disrespectful. They take not a dead man, but a dead bot's cog. Oh, you know what can I say? Let me say they take out the basically the best way I can describe it is like someone taking out your kidney, even though you're dead. That's still disrespectful though. Yeah. And hearing this, all the Autobots realize that Nemesis Prime is just a byproduct or just a man-made Cybertronian. Optimus is like, but where would Meg? But where's Meg? That's the good question. And hearing this, Ratchet's like, well, Meg doesn't have a ground bridge, which means they can't teleport around the entire area and all that. Meaning their base must be somewhere close, Jazz says. And cliffjumper's like, if that's the case, it has to be close to a military base where Agent Falco is. Hearing this, Bumblebee's like, that does make sense. I mean, to be fair, if I was like an evil human maniac, I would probably have my base close to my enemy without him noticing. Here in his Agent Father was like, yeah, but we won't really know where it is. Even though this thing does run on energon like you guys, but it doesn't have a spark chamber, so I don't think you can detect the signal. Here in this, Ratchet's like, yeah, that is true. Agent Father was right. Optimus is like, alright, everyone, we're splitting up and we have to search for the base of Mech. And here in the Sunstreaker starts up like, we are just confused. What the hell's going on? Sideswipe says. Sunstreaker like, I always like, can you guys at least tell us what's going on? And they would explain, and Sunstreaker's like, another humans want this bad. Like Oxford, didn't you tell me humans want this bad? Here in this Oxford's like, I regret saying those words, but let's just do this. Sunstreaker like, oh brother, all right, let's just do this. And the Autobots basically split up and go around the entirety of the place. And obviously, every Autobot gets sneak attacked by Nemesis, like they did in the episode. And yeah, actually, every Autobot gets knocked out, besides one, which is Ironite. No, he's not getting knocked out that easy. Nemesis beat everyone else, but Ironite and him are like equally matched, you can say. Yeah. So pretty much, well, not equally matched, but you know what I mean. They're kind of close, but Ironite is given a good fight. But before he gets knocked out, Optimus came in and helps him. He tells his body to rest and gather the others. So Ironite quickly goes to grab everyone else to like get out of here. Now Optimus looks straight at Nemesis Prime, and he takes out his sword of judgment and says, "One shall stand and one shall fall." Silas, as we obviously know it's Silas controlling Nemesis, and he does so, and he starts fighting Optimus. But the thing is, Silas hasn't been watching much, so he doesn't really know the sword of judgment. So yeah, Nemesis Prime got completely cooked, I'm not gonna lie. Unfair fight. Prime literally has their full advantage. And obviously Agent Falco still came with them, and Agent Falco knocks out some of Silas's team, and obviously fights Silas. Optimus destroys it, it falls on top of Silas, and yeah, pretty much episode 8 goes the same. And then we go to episode 9. Now episode 9 was about like episode 9 was basically Agent Falco recapping to his superior about the Autobots and Nemesis and all that, about Silas and all that. Like to be honest, I don't really remember how the episode went, but there was something like Agent Falco coming in, explaining Team Prime is on their side, explaining Mecha made a fake Optimus and all that, and Optimus coming in to like to show that he's alive or something. So yeah, that episode goes the same. Now, we'll skip to episode 10. Episode 10, yeah. But you know, now I'm thinking about it. This episode is gonna go very interest. It's gonna go very interesting actually, because you see, Starscream is dead, which means we have 5 protoforms. Oh wait, it was 4 really? Yeah, it was 4 in the original timeline. It doesn't matter. I'm gonna add 5. Yeah, we're gonna add 5. But the question is, what can I do with them? Good question. Good question that I cannot answer myself. Oh wait, I can. All of you thought I had no plans. No, I had plans. But let me shut up and let's continue. Now, basically, Pooh, I would say Arachnid still goes to get her Insecticon army. Now the thing is, You can say this is after episode 7, and that the best way I can say this, like, it's after episode 7. So technically, let me just shut up and let me just continue. Now, episode 10 basically goes with Arachnid finding the Insecticon hide and her awakening all of them. Now, she's about to attack Megatron, but Megatron and his Decepticons followed her, and Megatron and his Decepticons basically kill her. And the Insecticon hive is now under Megatron's control. And Megatron is ecstatic, he's happy. And all of the Insecticons plus Megatron all go straight towards the Nemesis. Now we would cut to basically Bulkhead. Like, I remember Bulkhead was still be inside the Nemesis like he was in canon. And the reason why is because I, I would say the same way, because remember he fell like in an energon an energon something, I don't know. uh the Nemesis came up to pick up some energon. Yeah, so yeah, a package basically. Yeah, he fell inside a package of energon. But someone is with him, which is Wheeljack. Both of them actually fell together because they came together, and the other Autobots are wondering where they are. But Optimus wants to go search for them, but then Ratchet will come up to like Optimus, and he's like, Optimus, when you guys were fighting Arachnid and Skyquake at the Harbinger, did you like guys go inside to look at anything? Here in this, Optimus is like, no, not really. Huh? We never actually went there to check it out. Hmm. You think there's some things inside? Yes, possibly. I mean, to be fair, even though we have like a lot of advantages compared to the Decepticons, like the Seth Energon, the Sword of Judgments, and the other artifacts such as the Perennial Gauntlet and um, the Immobilize and all that, we still need more edges, Optimus. Here in this, Optimus like, that's true. But then Optimus realizes, wait, what's the chances Megatron won't go there to check himself? Here in this makes basically put Ratchet like, there's a 100% chance that might happen. Optimus like, scrap. Autobots, we're going somewhere. And Optimus and his Autobots decide to go. But before he goes, he decides to send one of his Autobots on a mission to basically find where the hell Wheeljack and Wheeljack and Bulkhead are. And he sends Ironhide for the job, while he goes with Cliffjumper, Sunstreaker, Sideswipe, RC, and Bumblebee, because they're the stealthiest and the fastest. And all of them will go together, and the rest of the other Autobots basically stay behind. Now, this is actually quite interesting. Basically, we have Autobots on their own side missions. Very, very interesting. But yeah, now I would say Optimus and the others are basically arrive at the Harbinger, and they're just looking around and all that. But then Sunwave will come up to Megatron, and he'll be like, Lord Megatron, Optimus Prime and some of his Autobots are at the location where the Harbinger is. And here in this, Megatron walks up and he's like, what? Why would Optimus be there? Here in this, Skyquake and never mind, just Skyquake. Skyquake is like, what if there's more artifacts or other devices? Here in this, makes Megatron look straight at Skyquake and is like, you and Arachnid didn't take everything, did you? Skyquake like, Master, I can explain. Shuts up. Soundwave, ground bridge the entire Nemesis there, right now. But then Soundwave like, are you sure, Armor? And Megatron like, I need everything just to hold off Optimus. With the Sword of Judgment in his hands, I need everyone on deck. Get everyone. Dreadwing, Breakdown, Knockout, Blitzwing. Get every Decepticon here and every vehicle. And Soundwave does so. And Megatron even add, hey, even bring the Insecticons. Even bring them. I need everybody, as he does not want to lose this fight. Now, Optimus and Autobots are just busy going around, grabbing stuff, and obviously they would find the protoforms But of course, Megatron and his team would arrive and they start attacking. Optimus like, huh, Ratchet was alright. And yeah. Now pretty much the Autobots basically have to fight a bunch of Yukons and Insecticons. And the thing is, thanks to Optimus' sort of judgment, and thanks to Optimus actually thinking like a leader, he also brought a few artifacts, such as the Immobilizer and the Perennial Gauntlet. And he gave the Immobilizer to RC and the Perennial Gauntlet to Bumblebee, so they can basically use the artifacts. And they're having a easier time. And Megatron sees this and he's mad. But he decides to just tell Soundwave, Knockout, Breakdown, and yeah, just the three of them, Soundwave, Knockout, and Breakdown, to just go inside and quickly check for anything. And they do go inside. And they'll be looking for some things basically. And yeah. Now you see, since the shields of the Nemesis are off, Ratchet would inform Ironhide that he found Wheeljack and Bulkhead. And here on this, he asks where they are. And Ratchet, like, they're inside the Nemesis. And Ironhide stops because he's like on the same road where Bulkhead was in Cannon, or, well, Wheeljack and Bulkhead basically. And he's like, what? And Ratchet, like, yep, I'm gonna ground you inside. As Ratchet does so, and quickly Ironhide goes in. And Ironhide will basically come where they are and would inform them what's going on. And hearing this makes Wheeljack and Bulkhead wonder what to do. And then Ironhide's like, why not we just ground the ship? So they basically ground the ship. And Megatron like, what the hell? Now, obviously, Soundwave and Knockout Breakdown obviously find the Pro forms, and they grab like three of them, and they're about to grab the other two, but sadly, a few other bots kind of beat them there. Well, yeah, basically, which are basically Skyfire and Ratchet, who actually grabbed the other two, as they actually saw them coming in and quickly grabbed them and just left the other three. So they don't really know there's other two yet, actually. And pretty much the episode is just chaotic. And the ship is grounded. The Decepticons had a struggle with time and all that. Then all of us go back to base and happy cheers. But we will cut to episode 11. Now that episode, the same. Pretty much the same. Megatron using the Dark Energon, making the Nemesis come alive, and yada yada. We just have that. Yeah, pretty much that's the same episode. And we just skip to episode 12, where we will see Optimus dividing his Autobots. As he realizes they have to divide and conquer to basically overwhelm the Decepticons. As even though they have the numbers, they need they just need to think outside the box, you can say. Now, Optimus decides to divide the team as they're going after each artifact. And I want to mention this. I added an extra artifact because I realized episode 16 and 17 technically don't exist, you can say, because of what I'm doing right now. But yeah. Now, the thing is, episode 12 is going to be like Optimus, but who should I add? Who should I add? Huh. You know what? I'm gonna add Jazz with Optimus because honestly, I would say not the best duo, but I would say two of the greatest friends. Cause makes sense, makes sense. Hey, give me a minute, guys. Oh wait, yeah, actually this is quite good. 5 teams. Oh, all right, I got the teams, but I'm just gonna start with Optimus and Jazz for now. Now, okay, episode 12 basically put starts with them arriving in a, I would say, in a mountain area, and then both Jazz and Optimus are busy walking together looking for the artifacts. Now Megatron would also like come, as he also decides to bring okay, well, reason why Megatron is coming because he knows this Decepticons are gonna be cooked, legit cooked, as Optimus has a sort of judgment, so they're gonna be bent to a crisp, bent into ashes. They're gonna be, oof, they're gonna be everything in the book. So he decides to like come by himself to basically get the artifacts. Now, Basically, put Megatron basically comes with some Insecticons and Veocons, and they would arrive and just start looking for the artifact. Now, Megatron and his team managed to find it and are digging it out, but Ultimus and Jazz would arrive, and pretty much. Oh yeah, before I continue, I did say Ultimus has the forge of yeah, he does actually have Source Prime's forge. Now I remember. Okay, okay. So basically, put before like I continue with the episode, I wanna mention something. Optimus, like before the missions even started, well, yeah, basically, he actually created artifacts for every single Autobot. Why am I doing this? Because they never used it. I'm sorry, but really, one of the most overpowered weapons reduced to just a random artifact. A weapon that can create weapons from literally your own imagination. Dude can do all of that. I understand why the writers did it. Because to be fair, imagine the heroes are just basically winning every fight. And the thing is, this is basically what it's supposed to be. Cliff Jumper is basically a paradox, you can say. This is basically, if he survived, the Decepticons aren't just cooks, they literally have the worst time of their lives. So that's what I'm doing. Now Optimus create every single artifact for every single Autobot. And for now, since it's just Jazz, I'm only gonna explain him. The others I'm gonna explain in the next parts because yeah, I'm gonna go up to like episode 18 in that part. I'm gonna end this part like right now in episode 12, but let me continue. Now, Optimus created a nice artifact. Hmm, he basically creates speed boots for Jazz that allows him to move at the speed of light. Oh dang, Jazz is already a speedster. Now I'm thinking about it. The thing is, I did plan this, but then now I'm realizing who's actually nah. I mean, he's not as fast as Blair, but he's close to his speed. Oh, never mind. Yeah, forget it, cons. You guys got cooked. Yeah, by me. I didn't realize how overpowered this was until I said it out loud because yeah. But anywho, basically, put Jazz uses the boots to basically speed blitz every single Decepticon. He basically puts a speed blitz every single Veocon and Insecticon. And Optimus also created himself his own artifact, as he created the Shield of Justice, the same one Optimus had in Age of Extinction, but the difference is it has the ability to absorb energy and dish it back even stronger, since he can also transform into a gun. That's basically what he does with it. And with that, Optimus and Jazz pretty much demolish all the Decepticons. Every colony is basically dying left and right. Megatron is telling the two Insecticons which are digging out the artifact to quickly hurry up. I'm literally fighting a. Wait, hold on. Now I'm thinking about it. I'm fighting basically a warrior and a speedster. Actually, now I'm thinking about it. It's basically an assassin and a warrior or a tank, you can say. Ah, dang, Megatron, you're getting overwhelmed. Strength, speed, agility, durability. That's basically what you can describe both Optimus and Jazz. Megatron screaming at them to hurry up. And they finally hurry up. And you see, I'm giving him this because of two reasons. He needs it. He grabs the weapon and he's like, oh, out of all the weapons, I really need this. Yes. Megatron basically puts it on his arm and is like, the power. It's insane. And Optimus and Jazz are finished with every Insecticon and Veocon. And both of them look straight at Megatron and are shocked to see the artifacts. As Optimus says, oh no. And Jazz says, huh, he has a new gun. As we see, it's the weapon of Megatronus. Megatronus is a blaster. I kind of forgot the name, but yeah, I actually kind of forgot the name. But yeah, it's basically the blast of Megatronus. It had like the power to destroy time and space and all that, but I'm never need a bit because there's this Transformers Prime. We ain't giving Megatron that overpowered weapon. But let's just say it's on the same level, well, the same power level as the Sword of Judgment, you can say. So basically the same. The only difference is it's just a blaster. Now Optimus and Jazz proceed to fight Megatron. But Megatron, knowing that he's not gonna do well, he's not gonna win, he's like, nope. As he basically punches or basically sticks the gun straight on the ground and proceeds to just shoot. And it makes a shockwave that sends both Jazz and Optimus flying up. And it doesn't send them flying, it just makes them go up, you can say. It's like when someone punches the ground and it makes a shockwave that makes everyone go up. That's basically what happens. And seeing this, Megatron smiles as he proceeds to basically shoot both Optimus and Jazz. Now Jazz using the basically the push to I would say Jazz managed to dodge because I mean he's as fast as light, so it makes sense. Optimus just uses his shield and absorbs it, but the impact actually sends him flying. Megatron sees this and screams yes, as he just grabs the two Insecticons that are in front of them and throws them both on the ground and says bye, as he just transforms and leaves, as he knows he's not gonna win, but he's happy he has something. And the two Insecticons would be killed by Optimus and Jazz, and Optimus and Jazz look up in the sky, realizing Megatron might just have a weapon that can actually counter them. Jazz is like, huh, what do you think the others gonna do? And Optimus is like, not too sure. But with the artifacts I gave them, they might have an easy time. Jazz is like, hopefully no con dies. Well, no main con. Yeah. But anywho, that will be the end of this part. So hope you guys enjoyed it and liked it, and peace. See you later.